Throughout history, the causes of sickness have often been attributed to spirits, curses, and the supernatural. In many African cultures, the suffering of children with recurring illness, pain, and death was often seen as a sign of the Ogbanj, a spirit child cursed to be born, die, and return again. For generations, communities witnessed a tragic pattern. Children, especially those of young age, would experience pain so intense it could bring them to their knees. Their skin would pale, their eyes hollow, and their frail bodies would bend under the pressure of unexplained suffering. In many African villages, families believed these children to be cursed by the Ogbanj, trapped in a cycle of death and reincarnation. But in the early 20th century, an American doctor, Dr. James B. Herrick, made an unexpected discovery. As he examined a young patient's blood, he saw something no one had ever seen before: blood cells that were shaped like crescent moons, unlike the usual round ones. Dr. Herrick documented the condition, but the true understanding of the disease took decades to unravel. It wasn't until 1949 that Dr. Linus Pauling discovered the cause: a genetic mutation in the hemoglobin, the protein in red blood cells that carries oxygen. It became clear, this was no curse, no supernatural affliction, but a genetic blood disorder. As researchers began to connect the dots, they realized the disease was especially common in African populations. It wasn't by chance. People of African descent carried the sickle cell trait, an adaptation that offered protection against malaria, a disease that has long plagued Africa. But when two carriers of this trait had children, there was a 25% chance the child would inherit sickle cell disease. This revelation helped explain why the disease was so prevalent among certain populations. For many years, the belief in Ogbanj had held strong. But as science uncovered the truth behind sickle cell disease, African communities started to see things differently. The focus shifted from supernatural causes to understanding the genetic nature of the illness. Increased awareness and medical research meant that families no longer had to rely solely on spiritual healing. Instead, they turned to healthcare professionals, who could provide genetic counseling, diagnosis, and effective treatments. Today, sickle cell disease is not a death sentence. Though it remains a major health challenge in Africa, medical science has made remarkable strides. Treatments like hydroxyurea, blood transfusions, and even bone marrow transplants have improved the lives of many living with the disease. With ongoing research, including the potential for gene therapy, the future for those with sickle cell disease is brighter than ever. Still, the fight is not over. Despite advancements, sickle cell disease continues to affect millions across Africa. Awareness campaigns are essential. Educating people about the disease, promoting early diagnosis, and offering support to families dealing with the condition. What once was believed to be a curse is now understood as a genetic condition that can be managed and treated. The journey from myth to medical breakthrough has given new hope to countless families across Africa and beyond. As we continue to learn and grow, we honor those who have fought and continue to fight against sickle cell disease, ensuring that future generations will live in a world with better treatment, greater understanding, and, one day, a cure. Join the fight. Share the knowledge. Together, we can create a future free from the pain of sickle cell disease.